everybody, how's it going? StormeDegree 14 here, and welcome back to another nostalgic critic reaction. Gonna be reacting to his newest episode of his review of the movie Kindergarten Cop. Now, actually, this may not surprise you, but this is actually a movie that I've recently watched within the past couple months, and I've actually did enjoy it. It was pretty funny. It was certainly an interesting movie for Arnold Schwarzenegger to be a part of. I mean, again, like the idea of like a high-tech cop or agent having to take care of a bunch of children. I'm just telling you, like, no amount of intense training of any kind prepares you for taking care of children. Nothing does. So I mean, that just goes to show you. It kind of reminded me of Spy X Family, which is one of my favorite animes as of now. Where same premise, a high-tech like spy or cop has to take care of like a little kid. Well, I mean, in this case, Arnold has to take care of a bunch of kids, where in the anime, our main character has to just take care of one. But either way, I'm curious to see what Doug thinks about this. I thought it was pretty funny. That being said, let's see what he thinks. In 3, 2, 1.
Hey folks, we're starting YouTube memberships. If you want access to emojis, polls, behind-the-scenes videos, and other perks, check out and see if you want to become a member.
Alright, Doug, let's see what you got.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to.
Right.
We've certainly talked about the cliche of what TV tropes calls action hero babysitter.
Really?
Tough badass who comedically has to look after cute cuddly kids.
Well, true.
Whenever you talk about bad nostalgic movies, you know there's always going to be a few of these around. And while we can't say for certain where the trope officially started, it's probably a variation of the men can't do domestic role shtick. Ricky, you can't make a meal, you have
fair
bad
enough.
brain. We certainly can point to what launched it into popularity over the past 30 years.
Oh, so this was the origin.
Legends of the Fall, no Kindergarten Cop.
Alright. I was worried for a second.
Directed by Ivan Reitman in 1990. I guess this film doesn't have the best reputation.
Oh, really?
Because it did start a genre of so many awful knockoffs. But while yes, this certainly is a very self-aware and at times gimmicky movie.
I guess that's fair.
Not really gonna see The Rock or Vin Diesel bloody themselves up shooting criminals or punch the shit out of a guy because he abuses his own son in one of these. This film can get messed up at times. Perhaps because we were transitioning from a decade where entertainment for kids was really just slightly less violent entertainment for adults.
Yeah.
Reitman often liked to combine tones, as we discussed with Ghostbusters, and he already worked with Arnold in a comedy before.
Right.
So here, I think he turns out a film that lightens up when it gets too heavy and tosses in a shootout when it gets too sappy. But I will admit, I haven't seen this movie in over 20 years. Is it possible the two styles don't go together and all it did was create a tsunami of suck over the decades? Well, let's get back to the classroom to
I
find
don't think so.
Tuma. There, I said the thing. Let's take a look at Kindergarten Cop. The film opens combining two opposite tones, like I said, with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Detective John Kimball, following a criminal while the credits are underlined in crayon. Just look at how hilariously the scene you're watching and the credits they're presenting clash.
At least $1,000.
Get as much as I can, okay? You gotta hide.
His wife takes off with his kid and a couple of $1 million. Then we're not gonna get $1,000.
It looks like
You
the
can
ending.
almost
Like I say, it looks like the ending of like a regular TV show where it has but this is a much darker tone.
feel the family-friendly 90s trying to take over. Like, hey 80s, how do you expect kids to buy toys with so much aggressive imagery? Like this, asshole! Sometimes with your lead star. Also, seriously, how can this guy not notice Arnold following him? He looks like a movie poster is walking behind you. I'm half expecting him to run to the other movie poster Arnold walking in the back of them all.
You said you had information.
That'd actually be kind of cool if he had like a time
Richard
thing.
Tyson plays the criminal being chased called Mr. Crisp, which I don't need to jokingly Photoshop on a bag of chips, it already exists. And he's getting information about where to find his family.
Where are they?
Astoria Elementary School. It's in Astoria.
A character this smart doesn't have long for this world, yep.
Crisp,
Yep.
you're under arrest.
Kimball catches him as Detective O'Hara, played by Pamela Reed, questions the victim's girlfriend who saw the murder but refuses to say anything.
Right.
Well, what are you gonna do? Handcuff her to the bumper of your car and take her for a ride?
Well, not anymore. He does follow the girlfriend, though, to get some answers.
Right. Like this part.
A family It's PG-13. And made in the late 80s. Just feel lucky everybody's hearts stay in their bodies.
Fair enough. Love this. He just beats his way through everything.
Typical LAPD entrance.
Yep.
For all the corny Arnold lines we like to quote, I don't think this one gets enough attention.
Yeah.
So who are you, man?
I'm the party pooper.
I took a shit on your welcome mat to cement it.
I like you, Cindy. I'm gonna be around you a lot. Days, nights.
No, you can't.
I can.
Oh, sorry, somehow the script of Training Day got mixed up in this.
I was gonna say.
ID
yeah,
him in a
remember
lineup,
that.
and in order to guarantee the case before it goes to trial, Kimball says he has to go find the wife of Crisp, who stole millions from him.
You think the jury's gonna convict me on the testimony of that junkie?
But what about your wife? Or that hard-earned drug money she stole from you? I bet she would make a much better witness.
The jury is much more likely to believe a thief over a blackmailer. The only problem is they don't know who his wife is, so he teams up with O'Hara, who'll go undercover as a kindergarten teacher to find his son, as his school is the only info they got.
Get those tree stumps out of my way before I vomit all over you.
She gets
Right,
violent
she's
food
been having
poisoning, though,
digestive
having to puke
issues.
constantly.
Nice marmot.
I forgot to tell you, this is my ferret.
We traveled down the
Oh,
road
yeah, right,
and
yeah,
in the
perfect.
air, and he never once came up. Weird.
Sure, it wasn't the best way to introduce a pet, but it was still fun nonetheless.
As she proudly put together because she's so sick, he decides to take over teaching her class.
How do I look?
Take off the gun.
But I'm a Republican politician. This is how I teach the alphabet.
They're 6-year-olds. How much trouble can they be?
On second thought, take the gun.
That's fair. He is going to school.
Yeah.
He meets up with the principal.
Let's see how jokes like that have aged. Oh boy.
Played by Linda Hunt.
If I feel my children are in any danger,
They're not in danger.
you have some teaching experience.
They wouldn't have sent me otherwise.
I will give Arnold credit as much as we do make fun of his acting at times. He is legit believable here. It doesn't feel like a shtick, like, oh, that's just Vin Diesel acting silly, or that's The Rock acting silly. I really do buy him as a no-nonsense detective. He knows winking to the camera will only get him so far in this, so both him and the director try to flesh out the character by giving him a backstory, giving him a pet, even a son he lost contact with.
I have a son. He's 13. I remember when he was 5.
It makes him feel like more than just one-liners. So
Right.
when one-liner does pop up, it's funnier.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Quiet.
Just like with Ghostbusters, they
I'm just saying, that's definitely what I think improves from here for the most part. I agree. Is that a lot of the acting from Arnold here, it definitely feels more believable. Like, it felt like he had more to work with. It's certainly interesting to see, like, what he was like before he was, like, the Terminator and many others.
surprisingly find the believability in such an unbelievable scenario. But you know, it's also fine just being stupid.
Boys have a penis,
Oh,
girls
this
have
line.
a vagina.
This guy tells it like it is.
I mean,
Girl
it's
from Beethoven
true,
needs
I
to go
guess.
to the bathroom. He gets help from a plot convenience he's immediately drawn to, Joyce, played by Penelope Ann Miller.
Yeah.
You know, kindergarten is like the ocean.
It regulates climate.
You don't want to turn your back on it.
Well, I think mine makes more sense.
I mean,
The
both.
kids instantly spin out of control, causing Kimball to spin out of control.
Just absolute chaos. Right, and this is where that
Kids
meme
out,
sound
including
came from.
Carrie Elway's here. So he goes to get his gun. I mean, Ferret to fix the situation.
Right.
If he bites you, you get rabies and you die.
He never bites.
Your third act disagrees, but whatever. So
Only
the
bites
first
when he
act is a
needs
bust,
to.
but Kathy Moriarty appears because it's an early 90s movie and she's contractually obligated to be in all of them.
I've just been worried about Sylvester. He's been acting a
Yeah,
little
that's true.
strange. That he's becoming a little obsessed with playing with dolls.
I don't want him to be like Susie over there who watched an episode of G.I. Joe once. Oh, sick!
He uses the dolls to look up girls' skirts.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
I'm raising a little perv, but at least he's not gay. 1990, I guess.
Weird.
Stuff on Sylvester is the fact that his father left us for another man.
Phobia justified?
Right.
We're going to play a wonderful
Weirdly,
game
yes.
called Who is My Daddy and What Does He
They
Do?
do.
I don't know what my daddy does, but you just talk to my mom so you know who he does. Thank you. And who he doesn't do. Thank you.
What's the matter?
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
That's
Yep,
not a
classic
tumor.
lines.
That's not a tuna. That's not a tuba. That's not a tume. That's the best I could come up with. That is weirdly a difficult joke to write for. He doesn't.
I mean,
get
you
far
did
with
pretty
this
good
game,
so
despite
far with
some
that.
interesting answers.
My dad is a gynecologist and he looks at vaginas all day long.
Is that true? Well, the second part.
Oh yeah, the evil twins. Come play with us.
Big surprise, the kids are less than prepared.
We're all glad the kindergarten class could join us.
I left the twins and the gynecologist kid in there. They scare me and the world would be a better place without them. He befriends a kid named Dominic, who's the son of Joyce, who just happens to be at the same restaurant him and O'Hara, him and his sister are eating at.
You have to excuse my brother. He has no manners at all. My name is Ursula. It's
Right, she's
wonderful
stuck
to
with
meet
that
you.
accent
I'm
for that
visiting here
moment.
from Austria.
Cute. But no, seriously, who are you?
I think a lot of people that come to small towns are trying to get away from something, or they're hiding something.
Like what?
$3 million in drug money. Just ballparking.
It's a blueberry pie
I mean, she doesn't do that bad of a job foreshadowing what she's been going through. I mean, we already know from the start.
ice cream for dessert.
I like how they talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, half of my Arnold jokes. Again, I love how easily I buy him in this role. When he confesses he's having trouble with the class, he looks so understandably annoyed, humiliated, but at the same time, knows it's kind of funny.
Right.
They're pushing me around.
Who?
The kids. They're walking all over me.
I mean, you do one movie with Sinbad. One with George Clooney, one with Jackie Chan, some straight-to-video piece of shit. I don't even know what this is.
Ooh. I don't know what that is either.
Hey folks, I'm gonna be playing Epic Mickey every Friday
you
on
are?
Twitch. I've never played this game before, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, you're gonna
We also
love
have
it,
content
Doug.
5 days a week. Hope to see you there. Also, everybody says they never get notified about our latest videos, so be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to get all the latest updates. Kimball decides to run his class like he runs a police school, so he literally says they're playing a game called Police School.
You know, to be honest, this is one of the better methods of probably training little kids, just saying. I don't know. I mean, I think it would work, personally. I don't know. I know nothing about being a teacher.
No more complaining. No more Mr. Kimball have to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom.
Good, because I just shit myself.
You're not gonna have
Whistle
your
to keep them in
mom
line,
run
and
the
it
white potato
surprisingly
douches.
works, allowing both the kids and Kimball to feel a sense of accomplishment and connection.
Right.
It even brings him back to remembering his own son when he reads them a story he used to read him. And like I said, Arnold is not phoning this in.
But don't you want to see your little boy? Was he bad?
No, he wasn't bad. It wasn't his fault at all.
Which is funny because I talked to your mommy about your daddy and her splitting up, and it's entirely your fault.
Damn.
He has an unintentionally funny dream sequence.
Yeah. And then...
Followed by Joyce asking him on a date. We also see O'Hara's fiance,
Oh
who's a
yeah,
chef.
that part.
Henry's a chef.
I'm a chef.
That's all I know about him. That's all I'm gonna say about him. I don't know why he's in this movie.
Yeah, it
He
was
tries
for
to find
comic
out why
relief, I
his friend
guess.
Zach is so quiet in class.
You saw the bruises
Oh, yeah,
on Zach's
this
legs?
part.
He's beating you too?
If he wasn't going to counseling, I could see the point of saying something. But I'm sure there's not going to be any more occurrences.
Man, part of me wonders what Jingle All the Way would be like if it had a similar subplot.
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
I'm just helping Liz out a little in the kitchen.
Oh, hi, honey.
Damn.
Oops, there's the next batch. Gotta go, Howard.
It's handled a little better here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Joyce and
I was
Dominic.
gonna say, all again, like, the handling of the serious situations in this definitely feels very real, which is what I like about it.
Are the people you're looking for?
I'm gonna plant one of my lasers on that antenna, but I'll have to do it at night. Otherwise, the bad people will know where it is.
The bad people being anyone my mom dates.
Except Arnold, apparently.
Oh, come on, Ivan. I'm sure there were tweens bed sheets too.
I actually didn't notice the Ghostbuster pillows when I saw that.
Oh, what you doing in there?
I'm lost.
Follow me, silly.
You're not the first creep to smell my mom's underwear. She was dating Russell Brand last week.
He puts together more and more it's Joyce, but O'Hara says the background checks don't confirm it, as she doesn't seem to have that much money.
She's got under $1,000 in the bank. Her teacher's salary is less than what I make, which is pathetic.
Bullshit. Have
Damn.
you seen where she lives? Even a 90s economy, that's pretty sweet.
I was gonna say, like, where... was she like, getting, like, help from, like, a rich, like, parent or something? Because, honestly, that's what it feel like it would be.
Jan? He gets distracted, though, by more
Right, the
bruises on
bruise.
Zach. And how about that? The father just happens to be there. Being an Arnold movie, I'm sure they'll talk this out.
Oh,
You hit
no.
the kid, I hit you. You bastard.
Nice try.
I hit him 3 other times today. I don't like pain. I'm just OCD. Thank you. The principal is horrified by what she's seen, though I imagine she gave the same face to that mullet. However, she's not too put off by it.
What did it feel
What did it feel like to hit someone like that?
That son of a bitch.
Felt great.
It's as satisfying to me as coming is.
She even mimics the punch herself. Oh, what a fun comedy this is. Jesus!
Yeah, it goes back to darkness.
Okay, sometimes the tone changes can have a little whiplash.
Fair enough.
Hell, the feel-good scene before it was about punching a guy who beats his son. Even that's quite a bit.
Tell O'Hara and Kimball the witness is dead, so Crisp is gonna walk.
This is the work of the real villain, Crisp's mother, played by Carol Baker. I know that sounds funny, and yeah, it kind of is, but she surprisingly has a believable deviousness to her.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
Weirdly enough, she feels a lot like a Disney villain mom, in a way. Or just like a... That's what I get vibes of that from her, in a good way. She definitely gives off a very scary vibe.
Your mother, aren't I?
Who are you, old lady?
Fairy godmother. That cigar out is healthy for the
What timing with that statement?
kid.
She's like Ruth Gordon from Rosemary's Baby if she ran the mafia.
Yeah, pretty much.
Meanwhile, at a local fair, people are eating, celebrating, playing music,
and
clown. And the kids put on a President's Day pageant.
407 years ago. 407 years ago.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Kimball finds out about the dead witness and has to tell Joyce that if she wants police immunity, she has to admit to stealing the money.
Tell us where the money
There is no money, you son of a bitch!
Then why is he after
He doesn't want me, he wants Dominic.
This does get a little liar revealed, mopey dopey third act-ish, but it's done pretty quick. As Crisp is let go because of the dead witness and gets ready to meet his son.
Children's aspirin, children's decongestant, antihistamine.
That'll be $57.90.
Jesus, $57.90 would get you an aspirin nowadays.
Yeah.
Joyce tries to move again, but she loses Dominic, who it looks like wasn't messing around with that tower talk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was determined to protect his family and himself.
Damn, are those real lasers too? Can he build C-3PO?
Would be pretty awesome.
This could have been cut from the movie. Maybe be more suspenseful if we thought Crisp got there, but we literally just saw him. We know he's not there yet. But I don't know. Maybe it gives Joyce a chance to calm down and trust Kimball.
I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose Dominic. I swear, you will never have to run from him again.
They both continue to teach at school. I mean, what was their long-term plan here? But Crisp sets
they were
the
trying
school
to
on
protect
fire
him.
as a distraction.
Okay, this is a fire drill. Come on. Come on. This is the real thing now.
I do love how
The
now
real
with a
thing
real
now.
fire, the other kids are panicking, except the kindergartners because he trained them so well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crisp grabs Dominic, but the kids literally point out stranger danger.
Right.
Yeah, like the kids actually do play a believable role in the climax. But Crisp hides and tells Dominic he's his father. Like all the actors in this,
part is-
Tyson is giving 1,000,000% here.
Mm-hmm.
Your father.
This freaks me out.
Don't you
Like,
remember
legit, this guy
Twinkle, Twinkle,
terrifies me.
Little Star?
My father lives in France.
I'm your father.
So, he's my client!
Yes, nice callback.
O'Hara gets run over by the mother. Like I said, pretty sinister lady.
Right.
But Kimball and Joyce finally find them. And like I said, this is more like the ending to Die Hard than some bullshit wrestler babysitting flick.
Hold it! What are you doing? Drop it! I'm losing it! The boy is mine! He's my boy!
The ferret bites him, allowing Kimball to kill him.
Ferret
which means
saves the
Mom is
day.
very angry. I love she literally sees her son dead and she's like, well, gotta empty the magazine. I'm a practical granny.
Where's my grandson?
Again, am I crazy or is this legit pretty intense?
It is.
Where's my grandson?
Go to hell.
I really wish a scene like this was him playing with fire.
My little pony, my little pony.
Wait for it.
What is friendship all about?
Oh.
O'Hara knocks her out, though, leading to my favorite line in the movie.
You're not so tough without your car, are ya?
And Kimball was sent to the hospital.
Hey, how's everybody feeling today? Listen, I brought some
Random heroes about to shit. Come on.
Who are you again?
You're coming to
Just
the
someone for
Oh,
comic
yeah,
relief.
yeah.
I don't
But
know
seriously,
who the hell.
why were you acting like you were a thing in this movie? He returns to the school to show the kids he's alright, and even plants a big one on Joyce.
Hey, would this fly in a real school? Absolutely not.
And that was
Is that all they remember from this?
Totally fine comedy with some really intense moments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not Saw or anything, but I do think these scenes get overlooked, yet still help bring an anchored reality to the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, there are plot threads that don't add up too much, and the film is probably a bit too long. But the good performances, decent enough writing, and mixing of cutesy moments with an 80s crime thriller does keep it kind of fresh.
Yeah.
Not every joke works, nor does every serious moment work, but I think it's better than what the advertising and, I guess, the entire genre would indicate.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes it only tries just as hard as it needs to, but other times it does try harder. And you can see that in the dedication clearly being shown by the actors.
Yep.
I don't see it
That's
as a
definitely the best
classic
part,
or anything, but
the
I
acting.
do see it as a good enough time for most families. I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
You got it, Doug.
There is no bathroom!
Well, then what am I supposed to do? Oh, no. Well, I'm glad to see he enjoys it, at least. I do think it's definitely... I didn't actually realize this was the origin of that particular genre, but I do know that actually... I mean, I guess that genre has kind of been overdone. I don't know, I haven't seen enough of them to really believe that myself. But, like, I don't know, I think I've seen ones that I believe do it very well. Like, I've seen anime that does it very well. I've seen this, which I think does it great, which makes sense because it was the one that spawned that origin. It's a shame that the ones after it were not very good. But, I don't know, when someone showed me this, I thought it was surprisingly very good. I think it's honestly one of Arnold's arguably a bit better acting moments than before, just because it feels more believable than most things. I mean, I think the reason why he does Terminator so well is because he sounds robotic to begin with. No offense to him, he's a fantastic actor. Anyways, with that being said, I do like this movie, and I gotta see that Doug likes it. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction regardless. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Check out my other videos, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!